All right, mic check 1, 2. I think we're all good. We'll turn the volume down just a little notch so don't be too loud. All right, everybody, welcome to Knowledge and Relationships Live Talk. Okay, tonight we have a very special guest, and you know this person, right, is a podcaster on the social media realm. So we're gonna have the opportunity to get to know her and also get to know the work that she does. Okay, now before I bring up the guest, I just want to encourage everybody to please get the likes up. If you're new, please subscribe and also continue to support Knowledge Relationships because we're trying to showcase excellence, throughout the communities worldwide. Anyways, without further ado, let me bring up this woman. Her name is DreMo from the CyclePath. Okay, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying psychopath, cycle. Okay, like the motorcycle path podcast. So, salutes to you, DreMo, for coming up to Knowledge and Relationships and allowing us to have this opportunity, this prestige opportunity to give you this live talk as we just, take the time to get to know you. Okay. And also, let me go ahead and bring up Mr. Best in the world. Oh, actually, he'll bring his own stuff up. I see you trying to come up. Mr. Best in the World 84.
Yo, what's going on, family? What's good? What's good? Hey, we back at it again. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you know what I mean? I'm about to go on break pretty soon, but before we go on the break, you know what I mean? We gotta end the season with a blast, man. You know what I'm saying? So I got my sister DreMo up here, you know what I mean? And she definitely gonna represent. Now look, I don't know what the title of her YouTube channel really means. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's psychopath or psychopath. I don't know. She's gonna explain this, okay? M3 tried to explain it, and maybe he kind of knows something. Maybe he do, maybe he don't. I don't know. I'm gonna find out. She's gonna tell us what it really means, and she's gonna tell us because we all a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta tap into the crazy. Not too much now. You know what I mean? Sometimes.
Hold up, Mr. Best. Speak for yourself, right? Look, everybody knows I'm a saint, okay? There ain't no crazy bone in my body, in my spirit, in my soul.
Okay. Okay, brother, manifest the energy. Go ahead. Manifest your own energy. Go ahead, brother.
But as we manifesting, right? We're manifesting the people in the chat right now. She stole my thunder. Shit, my bad.
Oh man, wrong song effect. Dang it.
I know. Hey, don't drop the raindrops on me. She stole my thunder. But it's definitely good to see you in the chat. And I was tuning into your channel too, and got a chance to see the lovely Canadian. She stole my thunder. She says just dropping in to say hello. Salutes to you. And then we also have it's a Hard Not Life podcast. She says, take them damn sunglasses off M3.
But that's what's good, sis? What up?
I'm gonna leave that up there for a minute. Okay. So
she hates that damn word.
Yeah, don't ask me for the fire, please. Y'all gotta stop poking the bear, man. I'm telling y'all. Leave these women alone, man. Y'all always bothering them. Leave them alone.
Hey, sis.
Hey, I'm not trying to deliver no smoke, though, But anyways, so DreMo, thank you for, coming to Knowledge Relationships. And it's definitely good to, have this opportunity to get to know you. So, as always, right, I got to ask you this most important question, okay?
Okay.
So I just need you to just give us a brief overview about yourself. Who is DreMo? What's the origin of that? Who are you before the podcast?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate being on here. But who I am before the podcast was just a mother, dealing with a lot of just bullshit, just a whole lot of hardship. So I felt like I needed a venting session, just something just to get my mind clear because I was going through a lot. My daughter, she was about to turn 1, so I was dealing with a lot of postpartum depression and just depression in general. Felt lonely just in a lot of the shit I was doing. So I just downloaded the app and just started recording and just telling my whole life story pretty much on the first episode. Didn't even know what the fuck the name of the show was gonna be, what the fuck my name was gonna be. I just was pouring my heart out. So after listening back and getting getting some feedback from everybody, like the people I sent it to before I published it, I just thought about just whatever I would name it. So DreMo is my first name and my middle name. So it's DreMo. That's just what it is. Nothing special about it. And CyclePath is just obviously a wordplay on the word, but during my postpartum journey, during all of that, I was reacting very negatively to things. So I was being called crazy, psychotic, psychopath. So I'm just fuck it, I'm just gonna take the name and just run with it. But I looked it up. The cycle, it was just I was going through a lot of things in my life, just repeated. It was just a repeated cycle. Nothing was changing. And path, it was just a journey I was on. So I just try to put the words together. I try to be creative, so that's just kind of how that came.
No, I thought that was
is my sound good? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to give a quick shout out to our brother, Sophisticated Jerk. You know what I mean? Check out Sophisticated Jerk and Manic, okay, on their podcast. Check them out. So, so sis, I'm glad you shared that transparently. I do have a question. And because I've a lot of I've had sisters, so they have struggled with that at times, right? And can you just explain to people how postpartum really affects people? Because and how, because I've seen it with my sister, she would call me, she'd be in tears, and I'm like, what is wrong? She's like, I don't know what to do. Your nephew's driving me crazy. I just don't know. And I'm like, it's all right. Just be calm. Now, I don't have any kids, but I'm almost a decade older than all my siblings. You know what I mean? So, one is more closer age than me, but either way, I feel like I'm a big brother and a father sometimes. But with that being said, can you explain the effects of that? Because most people don't understand. Most men understand. I didn't understand what she was going through in the moment, right? And she had to break down what it was that she was going through. So can you break it down so that people can understand? And then I have another question based on that. So yeah, go ahead, sis.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I feel like it affects people differently. It's not everybody goes through the thing the same. Everybody doesn't go through it similarly. A lot of people, if you hear postpartum depression, they think you're gonna harm your child, and that wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand women if they don't have a support system, and I can understand it. But for me, it was just me reacting to a lot of things I went through. I was reacting, like I said, negatively. I didn't know how to react in a positive way. I was literally fucking shit up, breaking TVs, hitting people, trying to run people over. I was doing a lot. And then I just started having suicidal thoughts. I just didn't want to be here anymore, just because I felt like I had no support. It was just nobody. Again, people are calling me crazy, psychotic. They're not trying to understand what the fuck I'm going through. And obviously on the outside looking in, it's hard too. If you coming in and You know, you see people with blood all over them and shit like that, because I literally was fucking people up or just fucking shit up. Like, they're gonna just think that she's just crazy. But it's just like, for me, I was just going through a lot. I went through, like I said, situation. My child's father, he was cheating on me, and I found out when I was pregnant. I had really good friends, and it was a big ass fight, almost fight at my baby shower on my mom's birthday. Mind you, my mother's she's been dead for 7 years this year. So I was dealing with that, just having a baby without my mother. My very good best friends leaving, my baby father cheating on me, just so much. So I just didn't really know how to I didn't know how to handle none of that stuff. So I just was literally fucking shit up to the point where my mind, mentally, I don't smoke weed, but I smoked weed before. You know, the euphoric feeling you feel. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, that's my baby in the background. But the euphoric feeling you feel, I was just feeling that every day. And I'm just I didn't hit no joints, I didn't do nothing. I just was you know, oh my God. So then that's when I started having thoughts about just taking myself out of this world. And then I was maybe I should take my daughter with me because I don't want her around these people. And that's when I was okay, I have to get help, because this is just, I've never been just this down bad. I always was labeled as strong, which I don't like that word, but I always was the strong person. So that's when I felt, in that moment I felt weak. So that's when I went to go seek help and all that other stuff like that. But it's definitely different for everybody. Everybody doesn't deal with it the same. It's just, for me, that's how I do. That's what it was for me. I would cry a lot, and then I would get mad, and then I would drink a lot too. And that kind of caused a lot of this shit too. I would be drinking almost every day. And that's when I would just start getting mad and just getting upset about certain things all over and over and over again, and start fucking shit up. So that's kind of what happened with me.
Man, I can relate. And I got one question up there. I'm sorry. I can't relate to postpartum, of course, right? Mm-hmm. But I can relate to going through a depression or not feeling supported. And
it's all the same shit, you know. It's just after having a baby, that's just kind of what it is, you know. If you felt the depression, then that's you whatever you're feeling is what you're feeling, you know. And I was depressed in my pregnancy, so I had a higher chance of just being even more depressed after, and it went left.
And a lot of times too, people don't understand. You feel. I think I can speak for just from my view of our people. I feel with our people, we feel so much pressure to succeed, right? And we want to succeed. We don't want to, you know, fall through the cracks. We don't want to end up being a statistic. We want to succeed so bad that sometimes the pressure to be successful can hinder, you know, you really being healthy and you really doing the things you need to do. And I've been there, you know what I mean? Just feeling the pressure of, I got to do this, or I got to go to this, or I got to make this happen. And it's yo, you're not even really taking care of yourself at all. You eating the wrong foods, you over drinking this, you doing that, you're around the wrong type of people. You're not taking care of yourself. So, you know what I mean? It wasn't until I got diagnosed with my organ disease, you know what I mean, that it just made me just really take things a lot more seriously. Because before that, I was just spinning out of control because of just things with, you know, one of my parents, you know, a lot of abuse, a lot of different things that I've just been through in my life. It just culminated. So now that I'm getting, you know, now that I was getting money and different things, I'm using those things just to be destructive. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not using it to basically better myself or better the people around me. You know what I'm saying? But it took me having to go through those things to really, you know, open my eyes to I really want to be here. I really want to make something better in my life. But my question is that after everything you've been through, do you feel supported now? Do you feel supported? Do you feel like people are there? Is that still something that's hard for you to really have or see or even accept? You know what I mean? Because at times, you know, it's been hard for me to accept because I'm the oldest of all the grandchildren. I'm the oldest of my siblings. It's hard for me to accept that. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to accept somebody trying to help me. So how do you feel about that? And are there people there that is trying to be there for you?
Well, that's a great question. How you just even articulated that. As far as family wise, no, but I see the comments. My podcast friends, my siblings, you know what I'm saying? I fucks with them. They definitely supported me since I met them. You know what I mean? Since day one. I feel like I knew them for a very long time. So I would say I have a lot more I don't even like to call them podcast friends, but you know, I have more support in the podcast industry rather than personally, if that makes sense. And you got the support, but it's not how they do it. So, you know, but it is hard to accept. I do kind of like they say like, oh, this is dope. You do dope things. Like, really? Is it really like that? Because it's just for so long, it wasn't that. So it's like I second guess myself a lot. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm still working on it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that we always gonna feel like we need to work on, or there's things that we feel like we're not like good enough or at that level yet. We just gotta just keep pushing ourselves.
That's true.
Now
they definitely helped me push. Like they helped me with that, because before that, I was just recording and shit like that. Don't get me wrong, but now it's kind of like I'm challenging myself, like the shit I want to talk about, the shit I want to do, and everything like that. So I appreciate them like so much. I wouldn't know where I would be if I didn't go into this like industry, like, you know. So, but I'm still working. Like I said, it's still a lot of work to be done for sure.
No, I could definitely relate to that, because like here, like in this podcast, Knowledge Relations wasn't even meant to be a podcast. It was just meant to, for me, myself, to just create a bunch of videos that teaches men how to relate with women. But after a while, it's like, if you don't really have nothing else to really teach them, or if you don't really know like your own purpose as a content creator, what is the motivation to continue making content?
That's true.
But, you know, real friends like, you know, Mr. Best in the World, DJ Eddie King, and just having suitable helpers like came into my life. Well, it was already in my life, but it came into my YouTube life, and then they made this better. And then this got converted into a podcast where now we're meeting like, you know, a lot of wonderful people like Quantum Love, Savagely Humble, even Mandrell as well too. Salute to Mandrell. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey.
When I see you know what I mean? It's good.
Yeah. So we're meeting all these people like, you know, like Sophisticated Jerk and Manic, and, you know, everyone that we encounter. And, you know, this has been, I feel like this has been like a new life for me. Because with everything that went down like on 2020, which, I mean, I didn't really go through any depression around that. Well, no, hold on. Let me rephrase this. Like, as far as, you know, like adjusting life, it never really affected me. But the positive thing that kind of affected me was that I didn't need to go out, you know, to enjoy life. Like, as far as like clubbing, I didn't need superficial friendships to validate me, you know, to make me feel that, oh, if I don't do these things, I'm missing out. And this type of life, man, it almost makes you like, I won't say like a homebody, but it's like I get the conversations, I get the connections and the relationships. The moment that I click the live button, the moment I go live like on stream, you know, and there's so many people to really interact and build. I'm fulfilling my purpose, what I feel like I was meant to do. You know,
that's a fact. Sometimes a Saturday night, I don't even care about. I was, like I said, the 2020, the pandemic didn't affect me like that because I've always been kind of like an introvert. But it's so weird. I'm an introvert, but I can talk to people. It's weird, but so I didn't care. But I also was outside too. Like I was outside. I was more self-destruction. I was drinking a lot in 2020. Then I got pregnant, so I stopped. But now on a Saturday night, I don't care if I just give me a little sip and just fucking be on the podcast. That's how I do it. I don't give a damn. It's like time goes by so fast. I'm like, damn, you know, I don't even like working a regular ass job now, but I'm like, I still got to pay the bills. So, but like podcasting, it's where it's at. It's where my passion is. So,
yeah, definitely. I would definitely say the same thing. Apart from figuring out ways to try to do like passive income, but I guess I'll save that part for like maybe another live stream or something. But yeah, I like I said, I love the internet, man. I love connecting with other people. That's my passion to it. So, anyways, like, you know, what inspired you to, you know, just to even create social media, just to have like an outlet for you and to like broadcast like your network?
What inspired me to have social media, or like?
I'm sorry. What inspired you to like build your social media up?
Well, I mean, I always had social media, so I always would like accept people as friends on Facebook or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But just with the podcast, I just made a podcast page. I just wanted people to just hear me. I just wanted to just inspire people, like especially a lot of men, because like Mr. Best said, like, you know, as a man, he didn't really understand the whole postpartum situation. So I was trying to like reach people so they can just like listen and just try to like have an idea like of how they can possibly handle things. And even for women just going through what I was going through, if they're feeling if they were feeling how I was feeling, just don't do the things I was doing, like breaking TVs and shit like that and almost hitting niggas with cars, like, you know, because you can go to jail for shit like that. But you know, just trying to like, hey, don't do it this way. Do it this way if you can. But if you did do it this way, don't beat yourself up either for it, because I would do that a lot too. So I just wanted to just get my voice out there. But I also would say like I didn't want to be famous either. So it's kind of like it's a catch-22. Like it's weird. Like I don't know. I feel like what comes with fame is like a lot more bullshit. And I'm still building like a hard, you know, I'm still building myself as far as like not being able to like, don't respond to this, don't respond to that, because I feel like I gotta respond to a lot of shit that doesn't really need to be responded to.
Great. Okay. Another question I have, right? Because you know, because now since you have like, you know, your podcast, like does like, you know, like the people who are watching you, do you ever feel like they have any high expectations of you? Like, oh, like maybe they expect for you to be like an advocate or a leader. And if so, do you feel like you're a leader of your own right?
I would say maybe in the beginning when I was audio, I would get a lot of, because like in the beginning, like my first season, that's when I just wasn't there and I wasn't in the best mental space. I was healing throughout my first season. So a lot of people I sometimes I'll make a podcast and be like, listen here, let me tell you my motherfucking day today, but it's audio. A lot of people will just hit me like, I want you to be visual. I want you to be visual. So now that I'm visual, it's kind of like I'm in a better headspace. So now it's kind of like, I'm not really going off like I used to. So, I had a couple people say like, dang, I miss when you used to go off. And I'm just like, damn, I was kind of like fucked up back then. Like, you know what I mean? So to me, it just sounds like you want me to be fucked up, but I know they don't mean it like that. But you know, I do, when I do go visual, I try to just get that momentum that I would have on audio, but that's just not the headspace I'm in anymore. Like I'm just more, I don't give a fuck anymore or whatever. It is what it is. So I don't really have high expectations, but when I do hear stuff like that, it gets to me just a teeny bit, just a little bit. Like, damn, fuck, shit. So should I go back to audio? And I don't know. So, but as far as being an advocate, no, I don't hold myself to that standard. But if people do, then thank you. But I'm not trying. I'm just showing everybody I'm not perfect. I'm a regular person, just talking my shit, how I talk my shit, if that's on my heart at that moment.
No, I feel you though. I get you. Miss Bess, you had a question you want to ask?
Definitely. So yeah, sis. I wanted to ask you, how do you, as a woman, change the narrative of what you see on social media, right? Because social media is always women have to be either they got to be, you know, overly like sexualized, or they got to be ratchet, or they got to be all these different things, right? But you speaking transparently and intellectually, right? How do you continue to change that narrative in order for something to basically be different and be viewed as different than what everybody else is doing?
Well, I am not always intellectual. Okay, I get a little ratchet, but to me, I don't know. I just feel like it comes with age. Like when I was younger, I was playing to that stereotype ratchet, overly sexualizing myself. I just felt like with experience and just growing up and just going through shit and seeing shit, then it's like it isn't really where I'm at. But I mean, I'm not really. I'm not really sure like how that goes. But I try to be intellectual, but I'm still kind of ratchet. I still talk my shit. Like if I feel like something's on my chest, I'll speak it on Facebook or something like that.
Okay.
I do try to set an example for my child. Like, you know, social media, the internet is forever. So, you know, even the shit I did 10 years ago, so it may pop up. Like, say, I just was, just trying to prove shit to people that didn't even matter, shit like that. But now I just don't give a fuck.
Okay.
My second question was, what are you avidly into? I'm not fooled at all. You know what I mean? If she cool with you, I already know what the deal is. I know how you roll. You know what I'm saying? Listen, so what are like the things that you are into? Are you an avid reader? Do you enjoy crafting? Do you enjoy art? Like what are things that you do in your spare time? Me myself, I'm an avid reader. I think at this point I am addicted to buying books because I think I buy like 2 each week. And I'm trying to find a place to put all these books. You know what I mean? I have like this little makeshift, it's kind of like this little, it's like a chase in a sense, right? It's like this little makeshift chase and you can open it up and put books in it. But I'm going to need something more sufficient. I might buy another chase. I don't know. But what do you do that, that most people don't know that are like hobbies or interests that you are into?
Well, unfortunately, after I had my child, like I said, I feel like I lost myself. I just put her first all the time. So I don't really have many hobbies other than podcasting, but I do notice I watch a lot of documentaries, a lot of like drama series and shit like that on YouTube. Like I'm a big docu person, but prior to even having my daughter, I did a lot of I was into fashion a lot, like into fashion, into just looking good and everything like that. So that's why even just on my podcast, I still try to bring the look a little bit, you know what I mean? Just like, hey, this is how I'm looking today. You know, I did want to do outfits of the week and all that stuff like that, but I just didn't get around to it yet. But yeah, pretty much I'm just a big docu-series person, documentary. I'll watch a documentary like about a young woman or a young man being killed out in a different state that nobody's showcasing or something like that. You know, I try to just bring awareness to their name, stuff like that. I'll try to talk about it on my podcast and everything too. So people could just know, so they could just be in tune with shit. So I like to just watch shit like that on my spare time. But a lot of my time goes in my child, or I'm in school right now too. I'm going to school. So I'm just
what are your top, you can do a top 5, or you don't have to do a top 5. You can do a Mount Rushmore, however you want to do it. What are your favorite documentaries? Because I'm a documentary guy myself, and mine's already have a program in my head, and I don't think I'm ever seen a documentary better than these. But what are your top documentaries that you've ever watched, or that you would say, like in your lifetime, like your top 5 or something similar to that?
One that definitely I really liked was the Jesus Christ, I don't know the name of it, so please forgive me. But they were showcasing the incarceration on Netflix, the mass incarceration of Black individuals, Black people. Yeah, that was a good one. I like the crack documentary that was also on Netflix. I enjoyed the hip hop, like where hip hop originated and all that stuff like that. They showcased everybody from different states and all that stuff, like how they created stuff. And I watch a lot of people like YouTubers. So I like this girl. Her name is Leah Gordon.
Is that the hip hop one that's narrated by Ice-T? That one?
No, it's not Ice-T. It's another guy. He just goes and visits when he went to New Orleans. He was talking to Master P and the Lady Fresh and them. Yeah.
The Netflix one where they go to
on Netflix. Yes.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, so that one was a good one. I watched that. It was like a big part, like a lot of parts of it. And believe it or not, I really enjoyed the Kanye West documentary. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good one.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was a good one. But I watched Leah Gordon on YouTube. She has like a docuseries of like women and men who just go missing out of nowhere, and they try to find them and stuff like that. She's really good. And I just watch a lot of drama channels. So, but those documentaries I named definitely like stood out to me as just watching them throughout time.
Gotcha. I got to give a big shout out, you know what I mean, to my mentor, to the big brother himself, Bolo TV.
Now, I'm sure you get this question a lot, and but I just want to know, why don't you show your face? I know you get it a lot. I know you do.
I do. That you see that name right there, Bolo TV? Mm-hmm. That's the reason why. That's my inspiration. He inspired me that I can do this. I can be an avatar. I can let my voice be heard and not be shown. And I can spread my message. And also, I
actually like it though, because I'm sorry, on YouTube, this is girl. She talks about like a lot of like colorism and stuff like that, and she doesn't show her face. She has a real big following too, and I'm like, I kind of like that idea. I'm like, I should have kind of like just stood audio, but it's pretty dope though.
like it's, you know what I mean? I understand what type of atmosphere this is. I know this ain't a place for me. Yeah, I'm that too. You know what I mean? I'm definitely close. But no, definitely I know what type of space this is. This is not a safe space. You know what I mean? People here, they don't really care about if you're trying to spread something that's loving or positive. People on the internet are savages. You know what I mean? And I understand that. So if I'm going to be in a savage land, I'm going to play by my rules. You know what I mean? And I'm going to make sure that my personal life is separate from this. And I can still make content and all that because my personal life means something to me. And on the internet, they don't care about nothing that means anything to you. It's savage out here. So I know what type of time it is. You know what I mean? And no savagely humble. I'm not using your name just to use your name. It's just you know what I'm saying? Quantum no. But yeah, so my top documentaries are, you know, real quick before I step away real quick, is Capitalism, a Love Story by Michael Moore. Also Fahrenheit 9/11 by Michael Moore. The Dear Mama documentary that I just seen by Tupac and his mom. That was incredible.
I can't bring myself to watch that yet.
You know, I'm telling you. You know what I mean? It's incredible. Tupac Resurrection is another documentary I would say is definitely on my top list. And it's also another one about people who was using steroids and all. It was Bigger, Stronger, Faster. The first part. You know what I mean? When they talk about like steroid use in the 80s and stuff like that, incredible. You know what I mean? And yes, Savage, I knew you was coming. I knew and I was ready.
Yeah.
Shout out to Savage. I love her. She's literally an inspiration for sure, though. I always say it. She's on like a billion podcasts, and I fucks with it. You gotta send me those drops though. It's my second time asking. Send me those drops.
Yeah, Savage is real.
No, shout out to her. I love her though. I love her. Nah, she is definitely genuine. Fucks with her all day. Yeah. I did an episode just like, you know, based for her because our anniversary is around the same time. Like, damn, that's dope. And I said on my episode as well, like, it's dope that two dope minds were just collectively thinking, you know what I'm saying, at the same time, you know. So
oh yeah, definitely for sure, you know. And you know, happy. Well, if it's like, how many years have you did your podcast? You mentioned about your anniversary, so
yeah, as of May 21st, it's been a year since I just started. So I'm fresh in the game. Yeah. All
right. Well, you know, to you and Savagely Humble, like, you know, happy first year anniversary. So definitely keep on pushing. We already
she's been doing it. She's been doing it a little longer, like. Definitely, but I think it's a hard not life pod. I always about to say it's a hard not lifestyle. I don't know why, but it's a hard not life has been a year, and just me, CyclePath, DreMo, the brand, it's just been a year, just in general for me, just doing this shit. So,
right, you know, I didn't even ask, right? How did you guys meet anyway?
Well, I met her through Raw Assass on he has a show All on the Table on YouTube and a whole bunch of other different shows as well. I met him in a Facebook group, and I was on his show, and then it just went from there, and I just met her and like everybody else. So it's like we all been locked in ever since. So yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, that's what's up. So yeah, definitely, man. Shout outs to Savage Beginnings, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, there was a question I was going to ask. Right. Oh, actually, let me say this right because I know y'all was talking about. Savagely Humble's up here right now. Let me go ahead and bring her up real quick.
Come show my face.
What up, Savage?
M3, take the motherfucking glasses off, man.
I'm not taking the glasses off, man. Look, my eyes.
I had to come say. I texted, but I had to come say that shit for real. DreMo, what's happening, sis?
What's up, sis? Thank you. Ooh. You see me? I'm up here. I'm up here with other people.
Right? It's not us. It's not us. We seen you somewhere else. This is fucking awesome.
It's overwhelming, but it's an experience. I'm filled with joy. You might not see it, but I'm filled with joy.
You got this. M3 knows how to grind my gears. You see what he did to me, but he's a cool dude. The same way you sitting here doing this how I met them, about 2 months ago. doing the same exact thing. Same exact way. How I got locked in with them is doing the interview with them the same exact way.
So I have a question though, as far as like, so did you just like see? So did you see me through Savage, or did I just pop up out of nowhere? That's what I want to know. Just Savage like, hey, I got some peoples.
Mr. Best, Mr. Best had definitely seen you on my shit, or like seen me repost you, something in that sort of sense, and he was like, "Yo, who is this?" Or you think she'll be interested in interview? I'm like, she dope, she cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure, just tap in. And I was like, no, I'll ask her. I didn't even get to ask you shit.
You really did.
He hit you up. He hit you up before I even asked you, and then called me the next day. I was like, yeah, I'm interviewing DreMo. I was like, damn, I didn't even get a chance to. I mean, literally that night, he had to hit you up right after I talked to him, because I'm like, what the hell? I said, okay, well, shit, lit. But yeah,
well, I think that's
y'all gotta
cool,
understand, like, this is like his
like cool.
passion, Like when I told Mr. Best, I was like, hey man, like, you want to be my network manager? I mean, because like you have like I don't know if this is the right word for me to say, but you have like kind of like a God's gift or something when it comes to talking to people. You know what I mean? And not a lot of people are really as patient as Mr. Best is when it comes to dealing with, and I'm not just talking about like a certain group. I'm talking about like all kinds of groups, different person. It's like when you grinding, you banging someone out, like you sucking someone's soul into your system.
Nigga, what the fuck?
That's how I feel like when it comes to like. That's how I feel like when it comes to like networking.
I felt that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, she as long as DreMo knows, like she understands.
I understand you, but Jesus Christ, that was so buzzworthy. Like, but nah, that's true. I agree with you about that, because he definitely is the same way with me. I asked him, I was like, "Yo, son, how you found me?" He was like, the algorithm. I'm like, what? He like, I'm telling you. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, bro, because I found it weird. I'm like, how the fuck did you even find me? Like, this is crazy. And he was just like, I don't know. You popped up a few times, and that was that. I said,
it just wasn't weird for me, because I know you do this intellectual soapbox with him. So I'm just like, okay, maybe she just said something. Like, I didn't think anything of it.
Oh, yeah. Now that
now we inseparable.
Well, that's a vibe with you though. Like it's like you can't just hook on to people and then decide to leave. It's like you can't do that.
Why not? I love doing that.
I mean, some people can't do that.
Come on, tell us. I mean,
not us. You can't.
Well, you just don't like. No. But certain people, you just know where to stay latched on and where to let go. Like, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah,
definitely, y'all. I like y'all a little bit.
I like you too, Savage. Especially like when you be having like your podcast and you have like different guests like on the show. Like, I definitely like enjoy the authenticity. Unlike other podcasts, but I digress.
Yo, don't start your mess.
I'm not. But we will be having like a talent show this Friday for the Intellectual SoapBox. You probably already know Savage, right?
No, you see how I look, but my son graduating on Friday, so I won't even see it anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But DreMo, if you got some flowetry going on, definitely feel free to come up.
What you mean?
I don't do none of that type of stuff. I can't.
What? Wait, what I mean, what, nigga? He just came out of nowhere. What the name? What are you talking about?
You know I was gonna come up because you mentioned my name once, and then he mentioned my talent show, and then you say you're gonna be here. I ain't gonna be here for a talent show, all right? It's for the talent, all right?
My son graduated on Friday, son. Sorry.
All right, you're right. But you're wrong, okay? Because I'm gonna tell you why I reached out to DreMo before you even had a chance to, all right? Every time something, and DreMo know this is true, you fall asleep, okay? You eat something, and you fall asleep. And I'm tired of that, all right? I'm tired of it. This happens every time. And then you answer for me like, yo, my bad.
Yo, my bad, homie, my bad. Like, no. I was watching a movie, yo, and that's what happened.
Hey, yo,
sleeping. Okay.
Shut up. Listen, I don't sleep, but I sleep. I'm telling you, like, I go to bed, but then I be right back up, but when I'm back up, everybody sleep. So it don't make no sense. But I mean, he telling the truth though. I don't know about the eating part. I ain't gonna say, damn, you ain't gonna. I know I'm fat, but you ain't gonna get me out to be like the fattest bitch out here, like eating.
No, don't do that. You've been on stream eating and drinking at the same time. Don't
yep,
say
she sure do. That's why you say I ain't saying nothing.
Look.
I got a margarita right here, nigga. Margarita right here. The best part about Louisiana, you can leave a restaurant with your alcohol. Okay.
You can do that in Connecticut now. You could now. Since COVID,
hey, out here too though.
Now, yeah,
everything out here. I mean, out here too, they got drive-through daiquiri places. You can go through a drive-through and get a fucking daiquiri. I said they don't believe in drinking and driving out here, but let you drink and drive, you're gonna get a DUI. But you could go buy alcohol through a drive-through.
On the go. That's crazy.
I never heard no shit like that. Okay.
Have you done finished all that drinking and all that?
That's like bars having why do bars have parking lots? Like the fuck, what's the point? Like, you know what I mean? That's how I be thinking too. Like,
listen, they got the daiquiri places. Pull up, but they got the daiquiri places. The police they be posted out there like, yeah.
Take a sip, bitch. Take a sip, bitch.
I saw you buy that drink. I know you ain't just buy a soda. Yeah. But no. All right. Can I ask a question, M3? Since I came on y'all scream.
Nah, man, no. Don't let her do this.
I mean, you up here for a reason, so I'm just saying. Go ahead and ask your question.
Not M3. Best take me off of the big screen, you niggas. They ask you good questions. You just said some shit that I didn't even know. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh shit, okay. But because you love podcasting and you into this shit, where do you see your podcast in the next 5 years?
5?
How you gonna just rob one of my questions that was pretty loaded? But okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
No, you did. I mess with you, but
I mean, they say you can't dream too big, but eventually, I want CyclePath to be a network. I want to give other podcasters jobs. You know, I eventually just don't want to I like talking, but eventually I just want to be, all right, what you got going on? What's this? Okay, cool. Yeah, well, let's see how it works.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, you know, that's what I want to do eventually. That's not too much of a big dream, but definitely just building my brand and getting noticed and hopefully hopping on people's shit and just telling my story because that's just what it is, So
yeah.
Okay, because we can't be like certain people that been doing this for years and don't nobody still know them for real. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, slow and steady wins the race.
I don't know.
It's all a blessing. It's all like God aligning me with with everybody for a reason.
For sure.
Stop talking trash, everything, humble. All right? Stop talking trash. Stop taking shots at people, yo. Stop shooting.
She know what I'm talking about, but it's all good in the hood.
I really don't. You gotta send me a text because I
don't know.
It's a couple of motherfuckers. Listen, it's a couple.
It's a 300. But anyway,
I talk
shit to him. Anyway, I'm not talking about his back. I talk shit to him in his face. So It is what it is. But I like that because that's the type of vibe that I'm on. I want to say within the next year or two, I want to actually have a in-person studio, have people come to me from not just where I'm at, but different states and cities, and, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Like that's something that I want to do, and then eventually have a crew and shit like that. Like I really want to do that, and it's because I feel like it's better for us because we're coming from the ground up. Versus the people that does these podcasts and they come straight in with their bread, right? Yeah, so they got the crew, they got all the best equipment, they got all that stuff from episode 1. Where we, if we get to that, or not if, when we get to that point, we could look back at episode 12 and be like, "Yo, what was this,
motherfucker? This is what the fuck I was doing." That was
you know what I mean? Like,
just a year ago.
So basically, I want to kind of get out of like the panel stages, right?
I mean,
I don't
yes
do
and no.
I do pen on other platforms, but I'm mainly alone.
Yes and no, but even with the in-person studio, I can have multiple guests still. You know what I mean? I can still do it the same way that I'm doing it panel style, but in person. So it more so of an in-person panel. Because I know they're saying about me, but real quick, for It's a Hard Knock Life, the reason why I do it the way I do it is for people to intermingle with each other. I match these particular people up on these days so that I know we'll never probably come in contact with each other. And then they get to figure out and meet from just doing my show for this year. I've had at least 4 songs made by 2 individuals that have been on the episode together. You know what I'm saying? So me connecting these people that's really like the goal. So even in person, I think in person it's a better vibe as well. So I would still do it the same way, just
I feel like that too. When I did my guest in person, it was more organic and everything like that. But unfortunately, my state don't fuck with me like that. So everybody else fuck with me everywhere else. You know, I got a couple people that fuck with me. You know, I'm gonna bring them on the show. I just want.
Wait, why is that? Like, is it like kind of like small around like your community?
Well, Connecticut is small.
They just niggas.
You know how it is. I mean, I don't know how. We're actually where are you from? Because I don't,
I'm from California, though, in the Bay Area.
California. Okay, so it's pretty big. So I'm not sure how the support goes like out there. But like I said, growing up, I never had a support like that anyway. I was kind of like a weirdo growing up anyway. So I just feel like that the same sentiment still kind of follow to a little bit. But once it gets big, they'll tap in. I'm just like, oh well, you wasn't tapped in when I was on the phone.
Like Mike Jones, like back then you didn't want me, but now
pretty
I'm
much. I don't. Yeah, so my state don't support me like that. No, but it's okay because it is what it is. I don't expect it. They support Chicago niggas more than they support their own people, and they glorify that shoot 'em up, bang bang shit. And I'm just like, y'all niggas ain't even like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I
was just about to say that y'all didn't even like that for real. Y'all just like that music.
Yeah. So like, nah.
Yeah.
Now, if I was popping pussy and shit like that, I don't know. They probably might. But
okay,
that's not what I do.
See, it's me. It's not just me.
No. She keeping.
But she being real though. She being real.
Because like okay, like let's say for instance, I'm not trying to throw guys on the bus like that, but the reality is reality. You know, like in this YouTube space, or I guess social media, but I feel like it's more like on YouTube, where guys would be like, yeah, man, like I want a wholesome wife, and wait, hold on, I'm sorry, I gotta play the side music, right? Because I gotta be dramatic once.
Get your violins going.
Yeah, man, I want a wholesome wife. I want a wife to love me, man, and cherish me, and rub my feet and do everything that I tell her to do, but she don't want to do it, right? But then the thing is that if you're like, Derek Jackson, who had like a wholesome wife, who did the things that she was doing, for your marriage, but yet you're still choosing 304s, other women will see that, and then they'll try to conform into that type of margin just to be like them, just to win you over. And that's why you have a lot of them that's like out there rampant, and it's like, hold on, put that. Oh my God, sound effect.
Oh my God.
Because they're only doing what they feel like, what they see what man truly wants. So, I mean, go figure. I forgot the point where I was trying to make with that, but I just had to kind of bring that out there.
Those who get it. They'll get it. If they don't, they just don't.
I think I'm gonna speak to two. I'm gonna speak to two things. I'm gonna speak to what you're speaking, and I'm gonna speak to the whole YouTube thing. I think with the whole with the whole thing, as far as like, with people or with women feeling like they have to conform to becoming a 304, you don't. Like, I was having a conversation with my grandmother, who was with my grandfather for 50 years, and he probably done did just about any and everything that you could do in a relationship, good and bad, right? He was a stable income, devoted father, devoted grandfather, but he also had his issues, right? I'm not gonna list his issues, but he had his issues. Now, she stayed with this man for 50 years, and we was having a discussion, and she said the women now are trying to beat a man at a man's game, and you can't. Okay, men are gonna be men, Okay. With that being said, there's gonna be times where we mess up. There's gonna be times where we gonna have a lingering eye. There's gonna be times where things happen. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, is that man still devoted to home? Because my grandfather was devoted to home for 50 years. He wasn't perfect, but he was devoted to home. You know what I'm saying? I knew when the school year started, I wasn't gonna go without clothes. I knew that for a fact. I knew if anything was wrong, if our rent was a little short and my moms couldn't handle it, grandpops was gonna be there for sure. You know what I'm saying? But I think the problem is that what the women have now is that men don't do that no more. I think that's really the issue. Y'all know men at times we gonna mess up. Y'all know Slutty Susie gonna catch our eye sometime. You know this already.
So what if Big Dick Larry catch our eye? How would you feel about that?
He not gonna like that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Hit this one right here? Nah. Not at all.
No, but here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? But that's where it coincides, and that's where the clash is at. Because now it becomes, I feel like I have to do something because you're doing something, right?
No, sometimes Big Dick Larry can just look good.
Yeah, but I get that, right? And human beings are gonna see people that are attractive, but at the end of the day, ain't no buts about it. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We gotta stop doing this tick for tack stuff with men and women. Like, we gotta stop doing, all right, you do this, I'm gonna do that. All right, she got an attitude. Well, now I'm gonna act like this. No, she got an attitude. Woman, she hormonal. She go through certain things. You would make it right all the time. No, but that's where it's at the moment. We got to start putting up with each other's things more. Like, there's comes a time in the month where y'all act a certain way and we ain't liking it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But we got to know how to deal with it. There comes a time where it's like, I know he said he came out of work and just came home. He lying. He went somewhere. I know he went somewhere. But he came home though. You know what I'm saying? The bottom line is that he came home.
That could go either way.
Hold on.
Hold on. Let me finish my spiel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that my way is completely right. You know what I mean? But the two men that I look up to and the few men that I do look up to in my family, you know what I mean? Mostly which is my grandfathers, they provided. You know what I mean? And they provided to the point where they weren't here no more, where they transcended. And they made sure all their family and all their kids and grandkids was taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the problem is that because men, we don't do that no more, or we're not striving to do that. I always strive to do that. I always strive to want to work hard, have all the bills in my name. You know what I'm saying? You know, when the rent is due, I'm at the rental office before they go to lunch at 12. I'm there at 10:30. Okay, 11:30 max, making sure that rent is paid. And I will pay it 5 days before. I'll pay it on the 25th, before the first even hit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I got my flaws, but it's the things that men don't do no more that made us men, that made women say, you know what I mean? I ain't got to worry about that. My lights ain't never been cut off. My cable ain't never been cut off. My water ain't never been cut off. My garbage always got picked up. And I don't care how many jobs I had to work. I don't care how many hours I had to work. I did my thing. Salute to OGPatrice. Salute to Marcus.
And Marcus, yep.
Men nowadays don't do their thing. So that's why when men have different things that we struggle with or have different things that we go through, whether it's with other women, whether it's with whatever, women are not as patient as they used to be because us men ain't doing the things we used to do. It's just a natural fact.
Absolutely.
Men ain't stepping up no more. So that's why women are like, I'm not going to be patient with you doing all this other stuff. You can't even, brother, you even got a bank account. You know what I mean? You got a rush card.
We not okay with that Walmart shit.
Yeah, like how you ain't got a bank account? There's brothers out here ain't got bank accounts. I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
Hey, but bro, like real shit though. But real shit, like with the bank account thing, you don't even gotta have a brick and mortar. They got legit online banks, you know what I'm saying? Like current card, Chime, shit like that. That's cool because these niggas actually are legit, not the rush card shit. Rush card was legit, but these are more so of the modernized banking versus rush card is a prepaid card. You know, so those are more modernized than that. So if you got one of those, I'm like, all right, cool, because I got a current too, but I also got a Navy Federal. Like I got real shit and all that shit. But those are like, those two is okay. But if you pulling out a Walmart card, I'm really gonna look at you sideways. Like no lie to it. But to the fact of what you said, the way men are handling things now is definitely the reason why women are trying to outman a man, because like you said, we're not trying to sit here and wait around. If you're not about to do it, it got to get done. You know what I'm saying? And I gave you ample enough opportunity to get it done because I want you to be a man. But if you don't take care of it in the right caliber or the right time frame, now I got to do it. So either I got an attitude because I had to do something you should have done, or you're going to say, I'm trying to be a man because I did what you should have done. So it's like, we don't win either in this situation. So it's crazy. But I'm back in the day, definitely a lot of our granddaddies and stuff had took care of their family, did everything they were supposed to, but they definitely had them outside lives, right? But them outside lives never interfered with that at home life, like you said, man. Well, like you said, so I definitely agree with you. Not saying that it was okay, but they household never was fucked up. These men nowadays, they like pussy fuck up the whole entire situation, and it is crazy. But we gotta, we just gotta do better. We gotta guide each other instead of downing each other. Guide each other.
That's facts. I'm a female. I'm a woman. I'm a single mother. I ain't have a granddaddy holding shit down. It was always a woman holding it down in my life. So that shit is like kind of instilled in me. I gotta hold shit down.
Yeah. Pause for a second. Bess, what'd you say?
I just wanted to finish my spiel because I want to give a salute to Mr. Bryant. Thank you for checking in. You know what I mean? That's definitely one of the mentors. Salute to Mr. Bryant. He's the best moderator in the world. Salute. And Marcus, we definitely want to get to your comments. We got them starred and highlighted because we definitely want to touch on it. And I just want to make my last point about the whole YouTube thing. I think YouTube thing, you know what I mean? The thing is in YouTube, you're either going to be one or two people, right? You're gonna ride the wave, or you're gonna be the person that makes the wave.
Absolutely.
And that's what it is. And now if you making a wave, understand you making a wave it's gonna be a lot of time, effort, all right, and maybe some pain, maybe some heartache, maybe some, can I really do this? Maybe I ain't as big as such and such. You're gonna feel all these feelings, all right? You're gonna feel insecure, you're gonna feel like you ain't doing everything you need to do, you're gonna feel all these things, right? And at times you're gonna feel confident, you're gonna feel like everybody likes you, you're gonna feel, as DreMo said, overwhelmed by people supporting you and loving you, right? Like, you're gonna feel those things, but you're gonna have a mix of feelings when you're trying to basically create the wave. You know what I mean? And once you create the wave, understand, once you create the wave, you are unstoppable. You are like a deity at this point. You are like almost like God-like at this point in this YouTube space. And can't nobody take that away from you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm a wave creator. I'm not trying to follow a wave. I don't care about no manosphere. And if you're in the manosphere, you get offended by this, I don't care. I don't care about no manosphere, no feminism. I don't care about no men and women relationships. I don't care about none of that. And now if y'all want to talk about solutions or you want to have perspective on men and women relationships, I could do that. But we're gonna have a real story about it. Ain't gonna be no I'm throwing mud at women and women of this and women of that. You know what I mean? I don't do that because one, I feel like as a man, for a man to talk bad about a woman, like women see that, they gonna think that I'm trying not to use the term.
You funny.
Yeah, thank you, M3. Dang, thank you. I want to say it, but he said it for me. You know what I mean?
Look, I tried to help funny, but fuck it, M3 say it.
I already said, but yeah.
And that's what women gonna think, because they're gonna like, well, how does he really like women? The way he talk about women, like for real. So, right. And then plus the way
I say that same shit. I
was raised not to even do that. And if I have a problem with a woman, I'm gonna either talk about it amongst my friends and people that I care about and try to get solutions and get help, or I'm gonna talk to with that woman. But I ain't gonna go on a national stage and put that out there. Like, nah, bro. Like, no. You know how that make you look? Like, you know what I mean? You gonna look like you soft. You know what I mean? To me, women, like for real.
Absolutely.
Like, you have your relationships with women, so that's what it is. So yeah, like creating a wave is a process. You know what I mean? Everybody just got to be patient. Create your own wave, create your own movement, so that way you can move and do what you want to do, how you want to do it. But if you ride a wave, understand, once that wave is done, you ain't going to have nowhere to go. You're going to have nowhere to go. You're going to crash out. And once you crash out, all them subscribers, all the people that are supporting you, they all going to leave and join another wave. That's just how it is.
Yeah, let me say this, though, right? Now, like, to the man that's in here, like, in the chat, right? Obviously, you know, the men who are watching us, you know, you're here for a reason. And a lot of times, like, you know, of course, you know, the type of men we're talking about are not the men that's like you guys. You guys are the exceptions. Or you guys are the ones, like, who are actually trying to learn how to be better men. And I feel like when it came down to the space at first, especially with whether it be Manosphere, Red Pill, whatever type of community that people join into. Initially, like, it was supposed to be a space where men are supposed to develop those type of traits that was missing out through our generations, that our, you know, grandfathers, dads, whatever, had that. It's that masculinity, the responsibilities. And so as I read this comment, because Marcus said that people, and he's talking about men trying to talk about women in other spaces, as per usual, but they don't have a job, they don't have their own car, assets, they don't even have a portfolio, okay? Stock portfolio, whatever, right? They don't even have like a bank account. So the thing is, to summarize his point, what he's saying, okay, because I don't want you guys to get it twisted like everything is about money. No, it's about responsibility.
Right.
And I want to make it clear that what we're talking about is, you know, we want men to learn how to, you know, take responsibility, just like we tell women, you know, over and over, take accountability for your own actions. Stop blaming other people. Men, you guys got to start taking responsibility. You have a responsibility to uphold. If you want a family, if you want a certain type of woman, unless if you just want a bunch of hoes, okay? If you want that, then look, just keep it real, and then, like, you know, we'll talk about it. But if you talk about families and stuff and trying to build, then stand on your square and actually take up the responsibility of being that type of man that can actually be worth being called a king, being worth being respected. You can't be respected by women or get that validation if you have not really worked for it. And so we're not doing this, we're not saying all these things to tear a man apart, because this is not like a feminism type of channel, nor this is like a manosphere type of channel. Hell, I talk shit on both sides, so you already know how I am. We're just trying to help you guys, like, to really see the errors of your ways and try to fix it or have a solution about it. That's all.
And three, that's the last thing I'm gonna say. The last thing I'm gonna say is this: when it comes to men, y'all gotta stop putting. And I've always said this: stop putting all women on the same level. Okay, not all women belong on the same level. All right, and that's where y'all go wrong. You keep putting the bottom feeders on the top shelf. Let them stay at the bottom. You know what I mean? If she's for the streets, let her stay in the streets. That's what she's for. Why you keep trying to be an outside dog or inside dog? Let them stay outside. You trying to put her on wifey level. She not wifey level. Like, she not that. She gonna mess up everything that you done work for, everything that you done put together, because she not wifey level, homie. Like, stop doing that. And if she not on wifey level and she just pass on by, treat her like a pass on by. Give her pass on by treatment and keep it moving. Stop putting all the women on the same level. That's where y'all mess up. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, let me chill, man. Let me chill.
If she a tree, she treat her like a tree. She don't treat her like a queen, as y'all say. Treat her as such. Don't do that. But you know, I'm with you. M3, you was definitely talking your shit. Okay, I just want to say that.
You know, I have my moments like when I'm not like.
You do, because sometimes I be a little skeptical of your ass, but tonight,
I mean, I see shit like for shock value, but you know, when it gets down to the gritty, I have to kind of address certain things, though.
Yeah.
But thank you, though.
For sure.
Shout outs to Round Thoughts with Eric G. He says, I think most men learn how to be a true man based on the relationship they had with the woman in their lives at a young age.
Shout out to Big Country. Shout out to Big Country, aka Teddy Riley, aka Boomheimer. That nigga so country.
Did you say
like, yes, I said Trishy. She's a Trisha. I'm from New York. That's what they say.
Okay.
What y'all call them in Cali? Just hoes?
I mean, yeah, hoes, or just
y'all got a special name for them.
I mean, I call them like whores.
That's what I say. I say whores. I just feel like it just means so much. It's passionate. Like, that bitch is nasty.
Hey, every time somebody say whore, I think of y'all ever see like them videos with black youngsters and he be like whore.
That's exactly how I mean it too. You're a fucking whore. Streetwalker.
But for real, you can't. I agree with Bess though. You can't treat women. You can't put certain women on a certain in a certain tax bracket. The same way, if you only making 25,000, you know damn well you ain't got no business being over here in the Versace store. Go ahead, DH Gate and get that fake shit and fake it till you make it. Don't put her in that category because now she thinks she higher than God and somebody's gonna drop her down back on her head. Because you're gonna leave eventually and she's gonna have that persona and somebody gonna bring her back to reality. Like, nah, sis, this not even that's not even me.
Like, yeah.
Well, then Jay-Z said talk about both too. I talk about women and men. I'm with you.
Yeah.
We can point that out.
That's a downfall, like when you have to readjust like after like a breakup, because it's like now it's like it's a whole new vibe. Okay. I was watching a video from YouTube. Like, don't get me because I know y'all don't like Andrew Tate, right? But anyways, I was watching an Andrew Tate video, and he actually like made some sense or whatever. He was just talking about like, hey, like
I don't even know who that is, but
he's just a bald biracial black and white guy who
you ain't missing nothing. You good, sis. You ain't missing nothing.
You really not.
It's the nonsense, you know what I mean? So
now I'm gonna look at that
like that.
He likes stealing women and selling them.
He's like the Matrix or something like that. So he literally dives a little bit too deep into that. But I like him, Anyways, so he was talking about like about treating women right. Like a lot of men get this, this notion that, well, to be this alpha or high value man, like you gotta treat women wrong. Treat women dirty and stuff. And his point was that, like, man, you ain't even gotta do all that. Like, you enjoy certain experiences. If you have, a lucrative amount, you would probably want to fly first class. I mean, I probably want to fly first class too, maybe,
Sure.
But if you're with a woman, right, and that woman's like your girlfriend, why make her fly coach? I don't know why I said coach, but
coach.
God
damn.
That coke came out of my mouth, but it was, why make her fly coach when you're gonna fly first class? That don't make any sense.
Yeah,
we hear the way how you want to be treated. It's almost like a Islamic type of practice. Like, hey, treat people, do
to others as you want.
Doing to others as you want them. Yeah, that jargon, right? Or something like that. Anyways, so he was like, any place he goes, his point is he want to give women the best experience as much as possible. It's okay for a man to be kind. Men, it's okay for you to be kind. All right? You don't have to have this fake hard exterior and try to treat women like shit. That was just his whole point. But as he started further explaining his method, is that, well, you give them the experience so that way if they choose, right, to walk away and leave you, or they don't follow your type of program, then at least, right, they could always walk away knowing that you gave them the best experience, knowing that you treat them right. They can't say nothing bad about you, like, oh, I left him because he was an asshole. No, you just left him because you got greedy, your dumb ass was dumb, Now you have a lower tier type of
Your
guy.
dumbass was dumb.
He's on the street, and you're up at night, like just wishing that he could just pipe you down again, but it ain't gonna be the same. So, anyways, but the point is, right? Like, we gotta be like the type of men, right? Where it's like it's okay, right, to like just treat people right. You know, people. Period. You don't have to be an asshole just to try to prove that you're alpha, because otherwise, that's anti-alpha. That's all.
That makes sense. That definitely makes sense for sure. I don't know where that came from. You got to be a fucking jerk to.
I mean, look.
Eric, shut the hell up, okay? Yeah. I don't even drink Henny.
Shout out to my sis.
All fight niggas.
Shout out to Game of Dragons. Salute, Lola. I see you.
Lola, what's good? What's good?
You definitely have some. I got it. It was like, yeah,
whoremongers,
right? Them whoremongers, yeah. But to what you said, right? What you said, M3 was you don't have. Well, you saying to the man, you don't have to be an asshole. Also, women have to learn how to accept when a man is being nice as well.
That is true.
So it goes. It's true.
Yeah, no, it goes both ways, right?
Right. So you, as a man, you don't have to be a hard asshole to, treat women like shit. But also, women have to realize when a man is being nice versus you just automatically thinking he a simp or whatever. The nigga he nice. You never been around a nice person like.
Well, some people haven't. Some people really haven't, though, and that's just unfortunate,
But some people actually had nice people, right? People that actually treat you kind. Their financial bracket, their heart, it was gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it just got boring for them. And some people, they don't like nice people. Yeah. I'm just saying some of them. I actually know people.
You talking about the toxic crusaders? That's what you're talking about.
No. We live in a world where toxicity is like normalized. It's too normalized, right? Though. Toxic relationships and all that shit. Yeah. That shit is too normalized. It's all in the fucking TVs, all in everywhere. So they think that shit is fun, which is really not. Come from somebody who has been extremely toxic. It's not. It's fucking draining, and it's really just fucking. It's just not it. So I'm here to tell motherfuckers straight on. No, get that nice guy. No matter how he looks.
As a person that's toxic, but my toxic ain't that toxic. My toxic is.
Oh Lord.
Anyway, go ahead with y'all show. I'm just
tolerate that nice man. The only thing I will say. No, I'm not gonna say that.
No, just speak your mind. You don't want to be a push. You don't want him to be a pushover.
I don't want to sound shallow or nothing like that. But if he has a small dick, I don't know. I can't tolerate that. Sorry, this shit just gets fucked up when it comes to that.
She said if you nice and your package is a little, you might. But I mean, but that's real.
Batman Sunfix coming soon, man.
But that's real. You can't do nothing but respect it, though. At least you're being honest about how she would be if that was, the situation at hand. And I'm the same way. I agree with you. So it is what it is. But you also have to recognize when that nice guy is that nice guy.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, sometimes they be the ones with the little package. But anyway.
We can make something shake, but just no.
I mean, they have to make up for something, okay? Like no one's perfect.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. It's just sometimes, and we've had this. No, we didn't have it, but I've had this conversation where women have preferences. Right. Women, it's okay for a woman to have a preference, but if a man have a preference, he's being misogynistic. I personally don't feel that way. I personally don't feel that way. I feel like you men should have your preference too. Where it comes misconstrued is when people try to decipher your preference. So if you are a black man that say, I prefer a white woman, they're going to eat you alive just off of that, right? Or you are a man that says, I only like petite women. They're going to crucify your ass for that, because what's the favorite thing they say? What our boy Ron say? Y'all love to say all women are beautiful and equal. Yes, they are, but you cannot say that to a person that has a certain preference. That is what he likes. He like what he like. The same as what women like what they like, and men do it too. As you said, if I prefer to have a nice size package, you can't sit here and tell me, oh, that's just unrealistic because that's just what I prefer. I'm not saying that's what I have to have. That's my preference. I'm allowed to have that, right?
And there's nothing wrong with having a preference. Like here's the thing. I'm not going to say, here's the thing. Like, I'm not going to say, I prefer petite because, I enjoy all sizes. I just want my women to look beautiful. Okay, if you're a beautiful woman, I could tolerate with you. I could put up with you. But if you butt ugly, I can't fool with you.
Ugly and beautiful all has its own definitions, though, too. You know what I mean?
But I don't know the definition of ugly. Though. I only deal with the definition of beauty, right? And when I see the beauty of people, and actually, hold on for 1 second, right? Because we have a super chat donator, Kings of Dreams. So let me go ahead and play the super chat.
Dream. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Your viewership of the stream is highly valued, and we appreciate the support. If you would like to contribute to the platform, you can do so by sending a super chat, super sticker, Cash App, or PayPal donation. Thank you for the kind gesture.
She said your donations is very welcome.
Appreciate the donation. I can't thank you enough.
Not the Dave Chappelle though.
Exactly. Shout outs to B-Eazy again, man. With the cool animation. And Kings of Dreams, right? Actually, I thought that was Kings of Dreams. So it was actually for the chat. My bad. I sent it to you privately through the phone, but hold on, Simon. We're actually about to wrap it up in a few though. So, but Kings and Dreams, definitely salutes to you, man. Appreciate you for the $5 super chat. So thank you again.
There's a fine line between. Well, look, I'll say that there are people who are universally good looking. There's people who are universally bad looking. We know this already. Let's not play that game. All right, we know this already. We know that some men and women are just universally good looking, right? If I say Sanaa Lathan, you're not gonna say she ugly. If I say Will Smith, he's not an ugly man. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, we know people. Some people are good looking, some people bad looking. I say Flavor Flav, you know what type of spectrum he on. Okay, you know what spectrum that he land on. All right, and no disrespect to Flavor Flav, but you know what spectrum he land on.
Flavor.
Wait, but hold on, Mr. Best. So are you saying that it's not subjective with looks? Because you're saying it's universal.
I said some people are universally good looking, or bad looking. We know this. Like the girl from Precious, she's not pretty. Okay, she's not. You know what I mean? We know that.
Gabby Ray to the Bay is a pretty girl. It's just in Precious, she was, she had to put it on.
I'm not talking about the weight at all. I'm talking about her facial features. She's not pretty. Let's be honest.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with you. But that's fine. We are here to agree to disagree on that one, right?
There's some people universally good looking, and some people universally bad. We know this. Like, let's not play that game.
We are.
Hey, somebody put it in the chat, right? Like, they said, it's not okay to agree to disagree. They said that part itself was toxic.
So agree to disagree. Yeah. Oh, I see that. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Hold on. We got another super chat, right? Okay. Kings of Dreams, I'm gonna play the music again just because you did that again. So shout outs again for another super chat. He says, like curvy, slimmer ladies who submit.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's not.
Your viewership of the stream is highly valued, and we appreciate the support. If you would like to contribute to the platform, you can do so by sending a super chat, super sticker, Cash App, or PayPal donation. Thank you for the kind gesture.
Your ass in these damn.
My thing is when people explain their preferences, like for instance, if somebody say a black man, right? I don't like I mean, I only like white women, and you ask them why, some black men will be like, oh, because a black woman, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, but I didn't ask you why you don't like black women. I asked you why do you like white women? That's where I get kind of irritated at. That's where the shit gets irritated with me. But if you just say you only like white women, I don't give a fuck. Teach his own. Or even say I only like slim women, and he's like, oh, I like slim women because a fat person X, Y, Z, and it's like, but that doesn't make any sense. Like you like a slim
people
woman
have to speak up like their origin of their story, why they have this certain type of preference. But I'm sorry, hold on, I gotta interrupt again because Simon, right, is now donating something like super chat, like from the UK. So $2, right, of UK money. Thank you, Simon, for your donation. And you know what? Of course,
don't do it. Appreciate the donation. I can't thank you enough.
I'm glad you played it fast.
No, actually, that was an accident. My bad. But Simon, thank you for the $2 donation. I definitely appreciate it.
What I was saying, is that outside of that point that I was making, and y'all can agree to disagree. It's all good. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a difference between having your standards and your preferences and then being delusional.
Right.
Like, there's certain things that are just delusional. You know what I mean? Now, I was telling women this, and sometimes they got mad at me, right? But I was just keeping it real based on the statistics, right? So it was a friend of our network. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna name her name. She knows she is. You know what I mean? And she was saying she wanted a man to own his own home and a car. And I said, if he owns his own home and a car based on the amount of money that black men make in this country, he's going to have his way with women. Now, she got mad at me about this. She said, no, he's going to be only with me. And I'm like, no, he's not. Because the brothers who are well-to-do, who own stuff, they just do whatever they want. Okay? Brothers that don't own their own stuff try to do whatever they want.
I'm about to say that. A broke motherfucker do what the fuck they want. So shit, a nigga with money is doing whatever he pleases.
Exactly. You cannot think that this brother who is well-to-do is just gonna be with you. And he gonna just come out the sky. He gonna be wearing all white. He love his mama. He love the whole world. You know what I mean? Oh, DreMo in black, I see you. You know what I'm saying? and everything, and roses and sunshine is coming out of his eyes. Like, no. Like, that's not, you're gonna come on a gray cloud. No, this is not God. Like, this is not gonna happen to you. You gotta pick a struggle. Do you want him to own a house? Do you want him to own a car? It's gonna be one or the other based on the economics of how much black men make. You know what I mean? So you gotta pick a struggle. You know what I mean? I'm gonna ask y'all, which one would y'all prefer, ladies? Okay? Do you want a brother to own his own home? Or you want a brother to own his own car? Or does it even matter? Either one. Talk to me. What y'all think?
I prefer a guy who has his own place. That's just me.
I'm savagely humble, being real quiet.
I was reading. For me, I'd rather you have your own car. But I need you to clarify something though. Owning your own house, right? But can he have his own apartment? Like, can he be renting something?
Yeah, apartment cool too.
Okay, so have your own car and rent a apartment. I'm cool with that. You don't have to own a house.
If he got both of them, okay, whether it's renting or owning, all right, you gotta pick a struggle. If he rents and he got his own car, he's gonna be doing whatever he wants because most men don't make enough to do that.
I actually, on that part I disagree with you because I disagree with you on the renting part because depending on what you pay, rent ain't shit. So I disagree with you on that part, but I honestly prefer you to have your own car and a job because I got my own place, so you could bring your black ass over here.
That's true. Why want when you can own, but sometimes you got to start. You can't just.
No, I agree, but you definitely got to be so. I'm with you. You definitely got to start somewhere. Shit, you can't just. You know what I'm saying? Of course
you all rather own, but sometimes it's just not in the cards for somebody.
You just can't do it at that time. You just can't.
Sometimes you gotta rent to own. Shit.
People don't want to own a home. Like myself, I never want to own a home. I just want to. I rather just rent.
Comes with that shit.
Yeah, I
everything.
I don't.
When you own a home, you gotta literally pay for everything. Like it break, you gotta spend that money. I mean, yeah, they have certain type of insurances and things like that, but it don't cover everything. So certain shit you gotta pay for. I mean, I get it, but I mean, whichever way, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge you if you rent or you own it. If you got your own shit, kudos to you.
If it's in your name, cool.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. You should definitely be with a man that's doing better than you or a little bit higher than you where we can excel together. I like the fact that I could build with somebody from the ground up. If you already like super established, what am I really about to be able to build with you? You already built it.
Okay, now I do have a playful rebuttal with that, right? Because although, like, I do, and salutes to 100 Watts.
What's up, 100 Watts? I ain't seen him in a minute.
It was good.
Although I do agree, right, as far as like picking a man who's doing better than you, or just the fact that, well, okay, he has like a simple type of lifestyle where he does have some type of stability, so it doesn't really hurt to go with a man that is, that's like that, because not a lot of men, have their own place.
Right.
Sadly, not a lot of them might have the car or know how to drive,
Right.
But the thing is that now when he says ladies be with a man who's doing better than you, okay, yes, men lead and women follow, but what happens if that woman, is making 6 figures? And a lot of men, especially like in California, are not really making that type of amount. It is very rare to even get like, a job or a career that's like that. So if a man is making lesser, right, is he considered not better than a woman? Because a lot of times we put money so much into a pedestal that we judge everything based off of our current financial status as opposed to the mental capability, the physical and the spiritual capabilities to really know how to lead. So,
that's true.
Ladies, what you guys have?
The thing is, M3, right? Like, okay, and this is why, and I understand what Keys and Dreams are saying, but this is why I disagree a little bit. You're not gonna be totally doing better than somebody on every single level. Like
absolutely.
Like, on some level, they may be better than you. You know what I mean? Whether it comes to education background, whether it comes to maybe finances, maybe it comes to them, maybe it comes to where they live or wherever. Right? On some level, they may be a little higher than you. Right? So you ain't gonna be totally better than a woman on every single level. That's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? So, because my thing is, okay, you because in that logic, right? If a woman cooks better than you, then she's better than you on that level, right? You know what I mean? If she cleans you, then she's better than you on that level. If she has more education than you, then she's better than you on that level. If she make more money than you, there's just so many ways we could spin this. Why not just find somebody that makes you happy and that loves you? Okay? That is the piece of the puzzle you need to be looking for.
That kind of was a little bit hard, a little bit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the big puzzle. That's the piece of the puzzle I'm looking for. That money and all the other stuff and where you work and who's doing this, that, man, I don't care about none of that. Do you love me?
Yeah, right. I've grown up, like I said, no male figure. Like my mother did it all, so that shit is like instilled in me. So for me to follow a man, like I understand what they're trying to say, but to me that's abnormal as fuck. I've never had to do that. You know what I mean?
I am the goalpost.
He always moved the goalposts, Kings of Dream. He never could fucking just stay at the 50-yard line. He gotta be all the way at the 10, and we still back here. We like, damn, son, where you go? We here. The huddle is here. How do you back there?
He's ready for you to pass the ball so he can run.
He too early. Goddamn, snap. Wait for the snap. But he always do that. But I mean,
well, I mean, as long as I understand like where I was coming from with that point, right? Because I'm not negating like what Kings of Dreams are saying, but a lot of times, like I do hear even women say this, and then what happens is that then they start complaining because like the men that they really want are not stepping their game up, and then we're having these type of perpetual loop type of talks about this. So that's why I just kind of brought it up, though. But yeah.
Nah, that's definitely. I mean, I can say this, M3. I didn't disagree with you at all tonight. I really like that. We was on the same page tonight.
So it's okay for me to wear my sunglasses, you know?
Nah, you still gotta take them shits off, bro. You still gotta take them shits off. Hey, yo, DreMo, one night he came on damn, Best, what's the name of our shit?
I'm not doing this with you tonight. Just like
intellectual, it's an intellectual soapbox.
It's a savagely intellectual soapbox. He came on the show with us, right?
You don't know your title. Get the title to your own show.
Nigga, listen. You know how many of them it is? I don't even remember my own main shit sometimes. Yeah. He came on with the motherfucking glasses. I roasted his ass the whole entire show. Like, I couldn't let it go. And after I kept bringing it back up. I'm like, man. You know what I just noticed to him? You got that goddamn yellow hat on.
Hold on. First of all, it's not a yellow hat, right? It's school bus yellow, okay?
Yellow. What the fuck? Definitely 420 brain.
It looks different because of the camera and the lighting, but it's really school bus yellow, okay? The color is a little off, but
all right.
I just had to make that correct.
Yellow is yellow. So what's the sky? Sky blue, not just blue. When somebody asks you what color is the sky, what you say?
I told him fucking sky blue.
You was a goddamn lie. You say blue.
Baby bash blue. That's why I tell him.
Anyway, whatever. But no, I definitely. This was a great conversation because you know what shit usually turn into. You know, and it's women heads. You know, it usually turn into a woman bashing situation where it don't always have to be. We can agree to disagree on things, and I know if I'm having a conversation with y'all, I'm gonna agree with half of the shit y'all talk about anyway, because some women just are not there to admit that what we do are certain things, and you know it is what it is. But I'm gonna call you out on all that shit.
You missed our last conversation. We was talking about a woman's period.
I don't want to talk about that. I get that in mind. Fuck, I want to have a conversation about.
I'm just saying, like, look. Simon asked, was it Six Boss? He asked Six Boss. He was like, hey, like, you know, how are you like when you're on that time of the month, like when you're on your period? Like, just straightforward. It was me, Stan, Simon, Six Boss, and then later, KMA like showed up, right?
Next to the lady, how is she on her cycle?
Oh,
but Six Boss was open on it, and then like that became like a whole hour conversation, right? And it was just like an open topic. So she started breaking it down about like the period, the cycle, how like you know we should be considerate, how like you know for her she communicates with her man, let him know that hey, like you know in a couple of days. You know,
this was happening,
coming, right?
Yeah,
and, you know, you need to be prepared because I'm gonna start acting like a B or whatever. So
right.
Yeah, but here's my rebuttal to it, right? Now, of course, like I understand you talking about relationships, right? You know, your intimate relationships. I could kind of have like the empathy and the sympathy to it though. But anyone else, right, especially co-workers, I don't give a shit if you're on your period. Because sometimes people will say, oh, I'm on my period just because you want to act like a bitch, right? So then that puts me in my bitch frame or whatever. I'm just saying, right?
Well, that's why they need to definitely implement time in the month, time off, because it really do be a thing. Like you really do be a bitch.
But here's the biggest cap to it, right? They'll say that, oh, well, yeah, we act this way towards our boss. Like, no, the hell you do not. If your boss says something right now, right, and you're on your period, you're going to be straightening the fuck up, okay? You're not going to be on your period mode when it comes like to the person that's supplying your paychecks. That's the only part I call cap on that. You know, when women be saying that.
I can't call cap with you. Absolutely.
But a lot of my shit happens like 2 weeks prior. Like it's like that shit builds up.
So, yeah, some people shit. That's the premenstrual shit that you go through.
That's what I'm really like at my bitchiest moments.
But I definitely agree. You should definitely have them days because some people it's terrible for, and some people, you know, you can just float through the day. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that.
Nicole, please say the E. Nicole, what up? Good to see you, sis. Thank you for popping in. Salute. I do want to say this though. Attraction does matter because I know you're talking about that. Attraction does matter. Okay, I'm not saying that it does not.
You was back to this.
Let me know because it do matter. All right.
Definitely attraction matters. I'm the first to say, and I'm a firm believer, and I say it. Right, I like ugly niggas, like medium ugly. Like you can't go too far into the ugly, but I like ugly niggas. Right? If you pretty, we got a problem. Put them fucking glasses back on now. God damn, what just happened?
Because you said you like ugly niggas, and you said like medium rare type of ugly. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, medium. I like medium ugly niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's as far as I can go. Anything past that, I'm like, bro, whoa. But that's just, again, my preference, right? Not saying that that's the only people I snag. You know what I'm saying? That's not the only people I snag, but that's what, hey.
Medium
yes. Cute light. That's absolutely right. Not BS we unlock. Absolutely true. I mean, I could go start pulling out pictures like, look at this nigga.
Don't do that. Don't. I know you don't do it, please.
You know what I'm saying? But no, that's real shit. That's just me. And I'm open and honest about it. I'll tell you in a heartbeat. I
don't really care about how a nigga look. As long as he got a good hygiene, you know what I'm saying? Self-sufficient. And working with a little something down there. That's it.
Hey, listen, I need you to have some meat too. Like, be a little chunky. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want your pelvis bone hurting my thighs. Jesus.
I used to like a lot of skinny guys. They used to come for me.
Good morning.
Wait, so y'all want ugly dudes?
I don't really care. Like, I mean, as long as you're nice, you got good hygiene. You know what I'm saying? Like, treat me right.
Looks are not everything. Really so that's the problem with this world. Y'all so caught up on looks.
I got some ugly dudes that need some love right now, and they'll be ready to give you guys some love. Some good ass loving too.
You're stylistic and dressing. Y'all done told me that I ain't gotta get a haircut or none of that shit.
I ain't never said that. Nobody ever said you ain't have to get a haircut. Now you pushing it. There you go, moving that motherfucking goalpost, like he said.
Whatever. I am the goal.
Hey, I wanna
if you're ugly or medium ugly, slightly ugly, you're a little bit cute or whatever, you have to still be a confident ass person for me to even be attracted to you. Confidence is key. You got to be confident. You got to keep yourself together. So, best, a haircut is a fucking must. If you have hair, a lineup is a must. You know what I'm saying? So,
Jimmy sausage.
What's a Jimmy sausage?
What's
like
that?
Fat?
So ugly and hella funny. Don't sleep on it. I like funny guys. Funny guys,
it's 100 watts. Yes. Now, if you could make me laugh, I'm sold. Shit.
Wait a minute. Okay. Hold on. Let me make this clear. So, Savage, you humble, right? Mm-hmm. With your ugly preference, what about like the weight, the size of it? Does weight matter?
Yeah, I have a limit for sure. With me being a big girl, we both can't be too big. We're not about to be bellies, not cheeks. Okay. We do. You hear this? It's just bellies clapping, not cheeks clapping. Like we can't do that. That's a lot. But have a look. Okay, so I'm gonna explain it like this. You guys like to have a woman with a little meat. You know, most men like to have women with a little meat that they say something I can hold on to. I want to be able to hold on to you too when I'm trying to wrap my arms around you or whatever the case may be. Like I want to be snuggled, nigga, not cold still when I hug you.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm about to go record another show.
Yeah, actually, we're at the 1 hour and 40 minute mark. So my bad for the extended time.
DreMo. No, we're good. No, we're good. I just got a text message. It's straight. We're all good.
Okay. I don't want you to be, falling asleep, right?
But, professionalism is definitely a key for me. Even me being on my phone, I don't like doing that. But it was regarding my child. But no, I don't fall asleep on podcasts. I don't do that.
I'm
just okay. I don't.
I was going to ask you like the same question, like do you have a preference like when it comes to weight? What about height too, though? Because
I'm tall. I am tall. I'm 5'8", so. But it doesn't really. I mean, you don't be shorter. You can't be shorter than me, no. But if you're like my height and taller, that's fine. I really don't care.
Yeah, man. I'm like
my height.
I don't stand a chance since I'm like 5'4". You know what I mean?
Oh hell no! Oh hell no!
I've had guys, like short guys, try to push up. I'm just like, no. Is it because I'm short? I'm like, it's definitely because you're short. Yes.
Nah,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
You stupid. For me, I like tall because I'm short. I'm not short. I'm fun size. I like tall, right? I want to be able to do this.
Me too, but I just never get that type. I always get
I mean, I'm like a 5'8" and above type of person. Like that's cool because I 5'8" is 5 inches taller than me, so I still gotta give you a little.
Hey, y'all making me feel like I'm like Andre the Giant out here, yo, for real.
I haven't got a bear hug.
I've dealt with men way taller than you. Please.
You don't even know my height. What's my height?
Yes, I do. 5'11", nigga. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the average type.
Yeah.
I put on heels. I be taller than them. That's usually how it works.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. But that's the only deal breaker for me is if you're short, honestly, and our bellies clapping each other. Other than that, we make it work something out.
And if you have a small dick, no.
That part.
Hold on. Wait. Just to put some light into that, right?
But if you could eat me alive, never mind. I'm out. Bye.
But for people like who have like, I guess like, Lil Johnson energy. Look, just imagine like a sippy cup, right? You're drinking something from
M3.
If you think about it like that, right? I mean, come on now, like
I am not a child.
It's okay to suck on a pacifier. What?
Where you going with this?
He don't know.
He's trying to be an advocate for him. It's okay.
I'm just trying to help the little package man out. That's it. I see you, M3.
I'm just trying to spend some positivity for like
somebody love them though.
Somebody likes it.
Somebody love it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Something. No, I'll be right back. Hold on.
It's people out there that says that's what they prefer. So they just need to stop trying to find. They just need to stop dealing with the people that don't prefer it and find the ones that prefer.
I definitely don't want nothing like that. No, you know what I mean. I don't know. That's too much, but nice size, So
anyway, we done turned our show into the wrong type of shit. Damn it.
Well, I knew that was gonna happen, so it's all good. Don't worry about it.
I should have asked, can I curse? I know YouTube be having certain restrictions.
Well, you can say whatever you want. You can say whatever. I told you can ask us whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. You know what I mean? We didn't get no questions yet, so I guess y'all ain't got no questions for us. So I'm gonna
I talk to y'all damn near every other day. I don't have a question for you at all.
You know what? You start trouble every day too. That's the problem. You start trouble every other day.
Oops.
Look at the dancer. I'm gonna put the spotlight on your ass. Watch. You keep dancing, that spotlight coming right on you.
Talking about.
Not the middle fingers. Oh my god.
No, Bess. I got a question for you.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Go ahead.
I got a question, then I'm out. No, real shit. Like M3 was bigging you up with the whole being his network manager and shit. The way you operate, the way you scout people, you scope people out. Like, where's that mentality? Like, where do you get that from? Like, what makes you look for people, or you spot a person and you're like, let me keep watching them to see.
Yeah.
I would say it's a lot of my background because I grew up in spaces in different places. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I grew up in the East, but I had roots in the South, and then living out here in the West Coast, like, I just was able to see how people move and how people are interacting with people, you know what I'm saying? So that's always been a passion of mine. I always had a passion, even as a child, to always build others up, you know what I'm saying? To always, you know, ingratiate people, you know what I mean? Always to make people feel welcome, make people feel that they're a part of something or that they can build something. And I always try to help people build in, you know what I mean, this field, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, you know, when I got into this, it was never about me. It is the fact that when I started doing YouTube, I just always naturally spoke since I was a child. I was always in performing arts and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. So me speaking was never a problem. So when I was able, so me also when the other hat of doing network managing, it was cool because I never even wanted to be on YouTube in the first place. You know what I mean? Like I never wanted to talk. I never wanted to be on here. I never wanted none of that. I just really kind of wanted to build. I just kind of wanted to build from this and build others up and then make money from it. That's all I want to do, to the point where at this point, I'm really planning to like not even really be on here as much as I used to be. And Savagely Humble, I told you some of the stuff that I'm trying to do, and M3 knows a lot of stuff I'm trying to do. DreMo, you don't know as much because I haven't spoke to you as much about it, but you know what I mean? I just want to be in a spot where, you know, the network runs itself, my channels run themselves, and yes, rest in paradise to Tina Turner, you know what I mean? For real.
Rolling it.
Uh-oh. Oh, Lord. But to answer your question, and I really want to build the best in people. And for the most part, everybody I work with has always turned out well. Some people, you know, have gone off and done other things, and that's fine. You know what I mean? I always welcome that some people, you know, have gone off and don't like us. This is cool too. Or some people have gone off and they do love us. You know what I mean? Whatever, Savagely Humble. You know what I mean? Some people,
damn.
And we build and we show love to each other. But yeah, it's just something that I love doing, and it's something that like eventually like is gonna help me to not even be on here, and I can just help just build networks, and that should be my number one sole purpose. That's what I really want to do. I don't even want to be on this no more. I don't want to talk about no topics. I don't want to talk about men and women. I don't want to talk period no more. Like I'm tired of talking. To be honest, I'm just nice with it.
Yeah.
He said I'm just nice with it. That was real cocky, but I like it.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, look,
like, I don't want to do it though.
No, I fucks with it. That would be some shit I would say. But go ahead, M3, close out, son.
Yeah. So look, DreMo. So thank you for like, you know, allowing us to. Actually, let me ask you just one last question, okay? And it's short and sweet. When you received our invitation to join the panel as a special guest, what was your first thought in mind about us, and why you decided to give people like us knowledge relationships a chance? And then we're gonna close it out.
First thought, I didn't really have any thoughts. I just came on just because I know Mr. Best reached out, and I know he has the relationship with Savage. So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna just come up here and chop it up. So and then as I just was on here, I just was enjoying myself and everything in the comments, everybody coming in. So I definitely subscribed as I was on, because I didn't know it was more shows that Mr. Best has. So I'm definitely subscribed, and yeah, I just had a good time. So I just thank you guys for just reaching out to me, because like I said, I always get flack for this. I'm just a small time podcaster trying to make it in this big world.
Well, you know, we're in development, so So I appreciate you for joining on board, and hopefully we get the chance to see you again. You know,
thanks. I would definitely love to be back on for sure.
DreMo, you got any questions for us though? At all? You never asked us a question. Any question you got, if you want to.
I don't, nothing right now. Maybe next time. No, I don't want to think. I enjoyed the show. I like what you guys are doing. I always get feedback. I like what you guys are doing. I think everything is dope.
Cool. All right. Well, look, man, this is our time to close out. So, Savagely Humble, thank you for coming up here. You know, you was definitely a blast, and for once, man, we was agreeing on a lot of shit. So
I mean, it's the first time for everything.
Yes, definitely. Well,
stars align.
Stars align. I guess.
For real.
Tonight they
y'all feel free. Y'all feel free to hang out after we close if you want, or you go about your business. Do what y'all want to do. But yeah.
I know I have to go, but salutes to everybody. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and salutes to you, KMA. I see you in here too. So, anyways, excuse me. Thank you everyone, and we are out. And also shouts to all the people who donated with the super chats. Much love to everybody. All right, peace.
Knowledge and relationships.